Welcome to JasonWhiskyWise. My name is Jason. Welcome to day number 9 on our Christmas Whisky Advent Calendar. And today we're going to be opening up door number 9. We're joined by Mr. Bananas, who's got my phone at the minute, so he's going to be checking through some comments. If you guys would like to leave any comments, leave it down below in the comment section and we'll get through to them, and hopefully he or myself will be reading them. Now I've got a little bit of fluff on my nose from this woolly hat, but day number 9, where are we? We are over here. So hopefully, thank goodness. Some of these doors can be quite difficult to open, so I'm going to quickly close that one inwards and put that over there so you guys can see it. So day number 9 is the Naked Grouse. Bottled at 40% ABV, the Naked Grouse is actually a blended malt. It contains mainly, I believe it's Macallan and Highland Park, and it's matured off in a sherry cask from what my knowledge is. Now, Famous Grouse is, well, if you look at the actual Famous Grouse range or the Grouse range, it's one of my favorite type of range for blended whiskey in terms of, I like them, I like Chivas, and the Naked Grouse is one that if I normally go to a bar or a pub and they don't have a few of my whiskeys that I normally like, the Grouse is what I normally go to. So this is going to be hopefully quite an interesting one. So I'll pour myself half of this one again and see how we go along. So Monkey, I'm going to give you this bit now so you can sit with that. Otherwise he'll be rather upset. Lovely, this one. So you definitely instinctively on the nose, on the nose, you're getting that sherry influence coming through. You're getting that classic sort of heathery note from the Highland Park. But nice sort of richness from the sherry cask. You're getting those raisins, your prunes more than anything, and then a little bit of figs. It's like almost like custard, but I wouldn't say custard. This is like clotted cream with blueberries dotted around in it. I like this one a lot. On the nose, this is absolutely really great, really inviting. Goodness, I love this one a lot. This one is quite sort of rich sherry. On the nose as well, again, in terms of what type of sherry notes, it is almost, it's not sulfury sherry, because some people I've spoken to recently say they pick up sherry sort of sulfur characters. This one's not a sulfury sherry. This is sort of, again, there's fruity sherry aspects. There is one note on here which actually reminds me of plasters or band-aids. Which is very unusual, but I do pick it out, and that's why I'm going to state it, because at the end of the day, I'm more or less giving you my quick sort of nosing. Whatever I'm picking out at this moment in time, that's exactly what I'm giving you. This whiskey is not going to be spending time in the glass, or like how I normally do my reviews, I give the whiskey a bit of time. This one's not really going to spend that much time. It's going to be just sort of assessed here and now on the spot. But that sort of note now disappears. Interesting, it's going to like a red currant. Tarty red currants and raspberries. That's evolved very quickly. That wasn't in the glass for more than even a couple minutes. I think even if I'm looking at my clock right now, that's only 2 minutes and it's evolved already. That's one of the interesting with blended malts. So they can change rather quickly, and it's all because of the different composition, and the cask they're matured in has this influence where they can just change so quickly. So let's next move into the palate for this whiskey. So on the palate for this whiskey, it does sort of change quite a bit. Instinctively, as soon as you put it on the palate, you're getting those notes, a little bit of spice, mouth-warming spices. But let that sit there for a little while. Let it suddenly, your palate adjust to those flavors, and as soon as you do, the sherry notes come in, the sweeter aspect comes in. Sort of like a creme brulee, or sort of like a caramel pudding that's been torched over and slightly glazed over the top, giving that slight charred character of sweetness. You do get sultanas following behind that one, and these are quite juicy, ripe sultanas, freshly picked, giving it a slight little dry aspect as well. It does fall suit as well with the sort of sherryness as well, with the sort of raisins coming through now. figs, prunes, a little bit of those dried dates as well. Really enjoyable on the palate. Keeps going and going and going. And that's something that initially when you try it, you're getting that spice, and it's like all those flavors are not ready, but then they just sort of ease out. Really like that one. So we're gonna have a second sip, see what other things we can uncover. And Monkey, as you can see, he's ready to dig into the Advent Calendar. He's just looking for the opportunity. So we'll see what he does next. So from the second sip on this one, I'm getting more or less on the lines of a sort of soft, smoky aspect. Not Isla smoke. I'm definitely going to go with the Highland Park smoke. The heathery aspect of the sort of gentle smoke that just sort of complements the flavors. In terms of also what I felt, it was like a sticky toffee pudding, but it wasn't so intense and so rich. This was quite soft. The sherry fruits are back, and this is more berries, cranberries, raspberries, red currants. There's little bit of ones that add a little bit more tarty aspect on the palate. So we're going to move into the finish. I think Monkey's ready to sort of knock out and at the same time take this thing to bed with him. Let's move into the finish of this whiskey. So on the finish of this whiskey, I'm getting a more or less the lines of spiced oak, vanilla. The sherry fruits are there still, those raisins. More or less dates now. Prunes. Succulent prunes, like you're chewing on them. The texture in terms of the actual palate was around about, say, a medium to medium full, but the finish now is definitely in full flow of a medium full finish. Quite long, prolonged finish. Chewy. And almost drying out the palate, but giving you those fruity flavors coming through. Really enjoyable. Really like this one, the Naked Grouse. Definitely if you like a sort of blended malt whiskey, give this one a go because it's something rather unique. But on that note, Monkey's gonna sort of, I think he's gonna take this one to bed with him, so I'm gonna wrap the video at that because he's gonna get out of hand and it's gonna be a lot of monkey business. But on that note, if you guys have enjoyed the video, by all means feel free to drop it a like. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, which I'll leave just over here. And if you haven't checked out the other videos, feel free to do so. They'll be here, and there. But on that note, this has been JasonWhiskyWise, and I'll catch you all for the next video. Sludger.